Name is John Murray. My title is Provost at Barry University. Part of the question I think that I'll answer is why did I want to be a provost?
Okay.
I was a dean of arts and sciences prior to coming here of a college of arts and sciences, which was a big shift from I was a chair of a large academic department, of a psychology department, where I was in Georgia prior to going to Indiana. And I really like administration. I like higher ed. I am very devoted to it. I really believe in it. And as a dean of a large college, a very diverse college, arts and sciences usually covers the gamut between the sciences, what we call the STEM disciplines, all the way through the humanities, through the social sciences and the fine arts. That was a broad, diverse kind of college. And then a provost is the academic officer, chief academic officer of an institution, and I wanted to be a major player in the decision-making of an institution, of its academic mission. And I decided to come to Barry because I didn't want to spend the rest of my academic career at an I wanted to go to an institution that had values that I believed in, that all of the academic programs are filtered through a philosophy or through core values or through a foundation that serves others, that is not necessarily faith-based, but this happens to be faith-based, but serves others, that's about social justice. Those are, as I've gotten older, they has become extremely important to me. And I want to, we live our lives working, and if I'm gonna do this, I wanted to work at an institution as an academic officer where that was permeating every academic program. And I believe that's happening at Barry. And I wanted to be part of that. And so that's why I applied for the position, and I was fortunate enough to get it. Well, I got a doctorate in psychology. Then I did a 2-year postdoctoral research experience at the University of Massachusetts. So I spent 2 years at UMass Amherst.
Amherst, okay.
Yeah, where I learned how to be a researcher in the area of psycholinguistics, which is my area of expertise. So I'm a cognitive psychologist. I'm not a clinical psychologist. I'm an experimental psychologist.
Did you work with Chomsky?
Oh no, he worked at MIT,
Okay.
but he's a psycholinguist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He's at MIT, and I was very interested in how we read, how we process language. And UMass has a wonderful psychology department with a lot of people who do that work. It's not the education end of things, it's not application, it's more about the actual psychological processes that happen when we process information and when we read. And so I learned about that there for 2 years, did a lot of research. Then I got my first job at the University of Florida. I came to Gainesville, and I worked there for 2 years as an instructor, a sabbatical replacement. It's a very large psychology department, about 60 people, and they have all different areas of psychology there, including cognitive psych. And I learned, I basically started my academic career there, and I worked there for 2 years. Then I left and went to Georgia Southern University in Statesboro, Georgia. It's about an hour from Savannah.
Okay.
Georgia Southern is the largest higher ed institution in Georgia south of Atlanta. So it's about 20,000 students. And I spent 17 years there. I taught, I was a faculty member, I was an assistant professor and got tenured and promoted and ultimately became chair of the Department of Psychology there.
Okay.
And I did that for 5 years, 5 of those 17, the last 5.
Okay.
After that, I went to Indiana State University in Terre Haute, Indiana, about an hour from Indianapolis to the west, directly west. And I was the Dean of Arts and Sciences and a professor of psychology.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, vision is one of those things that is a fair question. In academia, the leadership, of course, has to have a sense of what they want to accomplish. But it's very important, especially in the academic side of the house, to co-create that vision with your faculty colleagues, with the faculty who work there and teach. So my vision is to take Barry's core commitments of social justice, service to others, God in all things, keep that, move us forward to deliver a 21st century education to our learners. We have, Barry has the fortunate circumstance to have such a diverse student clientele. We have 60–70% of our students are not white. They are everything else. They are African American, they are Hispanic, they are Latino, they are everything. They are from the islands. The faculty mirror that to a large extent. That diversity can work for you. That diversity permeates all of our programs. It helps us embrace that. I want to use that to help bring our academic mission into the 21st century, which means delivering our academic programs in a traditional face-to-face format for our residential students. It means extending the learning for students who don't live on campus, beefing up and enhancing our distance operation and our continuing ed operation throughout Florida, and really, in some respects, the rest of the country and the rest of the world where that's appropriate. Using our niche programs, which we have some wonderful programs here, and offering those. I've heard over and over that Barry is the best kept secret in this area. And I love the word best, but I don't love the word secret.
Yeah.
So I really want to try to change that piece. And part of it is that we need to beef up our distance our operation, delivering those courses with integrity and with the same Barry core commitments that we do with our face-to-face.